These are the tarot decks that are going to be in my January working collection and why. So my first one is the Orosoma Tarot. This should surprise nobody. It's out of order. Oh my gosh, and it is absolutely massive. So I'm going to have to sit and put her back in order. But yep, I work with this deck all the time. It's one of my client readings. So I will be having this out all of January. I found these drawers at Winners, I think in America, or Home Sense. I think in the US you would call it like a TJ Maxx as well. I think you guys have Winners. In the UK maybe Primark, and in Australia, I don't know, maybe Big W. But these are really, really cool. I've got a number of them because they're not easy to find, but they actually fit tarot decks perfectly. They're made out of wood, so they're not crappy construction. So, and they stack. So if you wonder where I got these from, I rarely find them. I found some more this Christmas, but they are in the makeup section, like bathroom makeup area. And yeah, good luck trying to find them, but that's where I found these. The next deck staying in my collection for January for client readings and for myself is the Star Tarot. I have been doing a lot of work with the Star Tarot. I find it really, really just wonderful. I find there's a lot of deepness in the images. So yeah, she's still staying here. I'm still loving working with her, and clients are as well. One of my definite favorite decks. The Silver Acorn is the next deck that is staying in my working collection for January. This is one of my top decks for 2023. I tried really hard to get my energy around doing a top tarot decks of 23 video, and I just couldn't. So instead of beating myself up, I just thought, okay, well, we're just not going to do one this year, but this would have been on the list. So this is the Silver Acorn Tarot. It's giving still very winter vibes, which is perfect for here. It is very Halloweeny for me, but the fact that we were away for Halloween, we were in the UK, and I didn't get to do too many Halloween readings means it's staying in January at least. And oh my gosh, and I cannot say enough about this deck, how much I love it. So this is the Silver Acorn, and yeah, the clients that I've been reading with for this also really, really love this deck. So January, she's staying. The next deck is the Druidcraft Tarot. This should again be no surprise to anyone. So this is staying in my collection. This is always, well, it has been on my reading desk for the last, I don't know how many years. So not a shock to anyone who knows me and knows that I work with this deck. It's the only one I have cut the extra border off, altered, that's the word I'm looking for, and edged. Love it, love it, love it. One of my favorites of all time. So she is staying to do more client and personal work for January. Tarot of the Witch's Garden is the next one that is staying in my collection. This is the final one that I'm carrying over to January. This would have also been on my top decks of 2023, and I'm really shocked that I haven't seen this come up in a lot of people's tops this year. I haven't watched everyone's videos though. I have saved a lot of them, so I will be watching some more. But this, the artwork is exquisite, and I actually quite like that. The cardstock, which is this linen field cardstock. The book is great. Yes, there was the mistake print where the Roman numerals are incorrect on the wheel and justice, but I don't care. I think that has been fixed now from what I've seen, so I'm definitely going to get another copy of this. I think this is phenomenal, and reading with it has been a true joy. And top deck of 2023, absolutely. Is this going anywhere from my working desk? Nope, not at all. So this is Tarot of the Witch's Garden, and mine has the misprint, but yeah, don't care. I think it's, I mean, oh my gosh, it's perfect. I love this deck. Okay, the first new addition to the readings table for January is the Liin Tarot by Divine Muses, and that is Marie Bento. I think this is out of print, but don't hate me, guys. This is for me. I really wanted to bring, it's got winter vibes. It's really beautiful, and I actually haven't dedicated some time to solely work with it. So this is what I'm trying to do in 2024, is bring out different decks and really give them some work them. And it hasn't always been easy in 2023 because I just had so many large projects, and I'm not saying I don't have more coming, but it was a very difficult year for me. Yeah. Anyway, moving past that one, I am now going to be working more with lots of different decks. So this is so beautiful. It really spoke to me when I was going through my collection. So let's see how we go with this beauty for January, working with myself and clients. So this will be for both. I also want to note that when I use a deck in my collection and it's on my reading table, I take it out of the box. I will keep the little guidebook or the big guidebook if the deck comes with one. And these boxes go in a special place in my office. So these all these empty boxes are kept in a sports bag very carefully, and I keep them so whenever I want to swap them all out, I know exactly where everything is and nothing gets damaged. So easy to find, easy to locate, and easy to protect. The next deck for January is brand new. This is by Brandy York. It's the Tabletop Tarot, and I have been following Brandy forever. And I'm a huge, as most of you know, I play D&D. I'm a huge Vox Machina fan, as well as Baldur's Gate and all sorts of things. So this was a very much a yes for me. And it is so new. It still has that fresh out of printing smell. And I would have also put this in my top decks of 2023 if I was going to do that. So this is, as you can see, tieflings and fae and gnomes, oh my, or goblins. So yes, there'll be if you know any sort of Dungeons and Dragons characters or anything from tabletop gaming, then you'll probably recognize a few people from here. It is very Rider-Waite Smith, so easy to read and incorporate into your readings. So I am going to be using this Gorgina deck. Oh, so beautiful. Her artwork is so gorgeous. I've been watching her create this for the years that it has taken her. It's very slippery cardstock. I will say that. It's going to take a bit of time for it to lose that very slippery sucker kind of vibe. Oh, so good. So, but yes, love. Whoop. And oh my gosh, look at that. And yes, I can't wait to work with this for myself and with clients. The next deck is my first Oracle deck in this collection, and I got this from Tarot Marketplace, the Memento Mori, Lenormand and Oracle, and I will hopefully one day get my hands on the expansions, but I was very, very lucky to find one of these available. This is by the very talented Claire Goodchild, and while I struggle to work with the tarot decks, even though I can appreciate just how beautiful the tarot decks are, it just doesn't work with my, you know, my brain, with my ADHD dyslexic brain. As a teacher at my son's school says, my spicy brain. And but this I can work with. This as an Oracle deck, yes, I can go there. It is stunning, it is beautiful, it is just gorgeous, 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 and lots of people love it. It's my first time having it, and I am so thrilled. So I am going to be working with this in January. Why, you ask? Hello. January is so depressing here. So I am really looking forward to diving into the long nights with this beautiful deck. And hey, if you have any of the expansions that you want to part ways with, let me know. But this is one of my January decks. Next is the Slavic Legends Tarot. And I do have the PDF now that they have a PDF that comes with this deck. This is the standard size. I do have the larger size as well, but that's in my, please do not touch this because it's a limited edition collection, and the artwork is so beautiful. Oh, that's my card next year. It is so beautiful, perfect for winter. I mean, look at that, perfect for winter. I can't say enough about how beautiful this deck is. I am extremely disappointed that their new deck, that the 4 something that Tarot Etc. has come out with, is all AI. It's the one where there's just 4 major arcana. Yeah. I mean, to each their own, man, like whatever, but it's just, yeah. I will not be purchasing it, but I will purchase their other ones that are done by artists. But this is just super beautiful and gives me very winter vibes. So I'm going to be working with this in January. Okay, the next one is the Anima Munday Tarot by Megan Werwenden. I think I said that name correctly. Okay, so as I mentioned before, one of the things I really want to do in 2024 is really work with different decks throughout the year. I'll have my staples as always, but I really want to see these decks work, right? So this is the reason why I have cracked this one out. I have never worked with this deck. I got it because it is simply stunning, but it is an animal deck and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work with it as a tarot deck. So I thought, hey, let's bring this out. Let's see how we go. Let's do some readings with it and see if I can read with it, because if I can't, it is time for this to move on to another person. And it's not a reflection of just how, you know, the deck at all. I mean, the deck is beautiful, it's high quality, the images are stunning. It's just the fact that it is a animal deck, and I'm not sure if I can. So we're putting all the things to the test this year, and you know, I'm going to try to work more with the decks that I have in my collection. But yeah, so this is the Anima Munday Tarot, so it's going in for January. The next deck is the Zodiac Tarot, and this is from US Games and written by Celia Latari and illustrated by Anna Chavez, and I adore this. I brought this out when I did Master Advanced Tarot, which is my tarot and astrology class at Tarot Academy back in August, I believe, and I'm bringing it back. And I really love everything about this deck. I love that we get either the planet and the sign. So there we have Venus in Cancer, or we get the constellations, or we get the elements. So I really, really, really love this deck. The cardstock is a little chunky, and it's chipping a little bit down the bottom from use, but I love the art style. It's really easy to work with, and I am definitely going to be using this with clients. And yeah, so she's a January, and she even might be a permanent fixture in my decks, and she would also have been the one of the top decks of 2023 for me. And for some reason, everyone is a she. All my decks are girls right now. So that is the Zodiac Tarot. Bringing back another favorite for January. This is the New Liminal Tarot by Penelope Klein. And you can get this over on, oh my gosh, one of the print on demand websites. It's not Make Player, it's something else. I cannot remember what it is, but I have loved this deck since I first got it. It is a Thoth based deck, but it is, well, it's Thoth and Rider-Waite-Smith. It's kind of got that amalgamation of both. And I have the large tinned version, which doesn't have the lines, but I don't want to read with it because it's completely out of print. Penelope only did very limited runs, and so I don't want to wreck it. So I have this copy, and she hasn't come out for a while, so I was going through all of my decks going, who wants to work with me for January with my clients and with me? And she said, yes, please. And it just makes me smile so much. It's like an old friend. So very happy to have the New Liminal Tarot in my collection for January. Next is Tarot of the Vampires by Charles Harrington. You can't even see this. Sorry, I got a smaller little pod today, tripod. And Craig Mayher. And I love this deck. I was like, okay, January's got to be a pretty great place to use this, right? Again, it's dark here. Oh my gosh. There we go. It's dark here all the time. And I really want to spend some time reading about the vampires in the book. And I thought, some of my clients are really going to love this. So we're bringing her out for a whirl. Again, I think it's because as well, I kind of missed out on that Halloween time and space. But I think this has been done very, very well. And for a vampire deck, I'm not a huge vampires person outside of being totally obsessed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she will forever be a queen. I was just never into like Anne Rice. I mean, I've watched all the Dracula movies. I thought Last Voyage of the Demeter was just so bad. Renfrew was very funny though. That I really, really enjoyed. What We Do in the Shadows, I absolutely love. So I do like vampire stuff that's done well, I guess. I have seen Interview with a Vampire as well. So anyway, I like vampires, but I'm not like a huge vampire girl. But I think this is done very, very, very well. So this is by Llewellyn. And this is very, very good. It was between this and the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot, but I think I'm going to bring that out later on in the year, which is also done extremely well and would have been in my top for 2023. That one is pretty incredible. So this is Tarot of the Vampires for January. The next is the Neotric Feminine Tarot. I think I'm saying that correctly, by Y-Spell. I got this from a Kickstarter campaign ages ago, and I have not touched it. And I thought, okay, it's time to, I love that glitter. It's time to bring it out. Now, it's coming out because I have picked quite a few, let's say, darker decks, and I wanted to have something a little bit more colourful. This is obviously, you can see, very pastel. I like pastels a lot, and a little bit more fun and modern, so that I'm balancing that out a little bit. So if I need something that's a little less heavy, I can go to this. Rider-Waite, very easy to read, just a really fun take, and I really like the art style. So this is coming out for me to work with for January. Yeah, I just think it's really cool. So she's going to be worked on, and we'll see how we go with this one. The next is another Oracle deck, and I really just received this before Christmas by Greg White. This is the Sylvan Oracle, and there's the beautiful book. It's just too big to pop in the frame. And this was from Kickstarter, and I'm just trying to open it. Oh my gosh, struggle. I have been waiting for this deck for a long bloody time. And when Greg, who is in BC, which means we have to absolutely meet at some point, started to do the artwork for this and sent the postcards for the tarot deck, I was obsessed, and I put that card, if we come across it, I'll show you, on my altar. This is the first time I'm actually looking through it, and I want to do this more justice later for myself. It's so beautiful. This is how I see like the dryads. Oh my gosh. And I just am obsessed. I think this is going to be, this would have definitely been in the top decks of 2023 for me. This was one of them that I saw for a really long time. I would have, yes, this would have been on my top. So if anyone is wondering, and it is beautiful. I haven't looked at the guidebook very much because, as I mentioned, it just came in and it has been crazy busy, so I haven't had a chance, but yeah, I'm in love, like just in love. So the Sylvan Oracle is going in as one of my very few Oracle decks, and I already know I'm in love. The final edition is this Fairies Oracle deck and guidebook, which I actually got in the States. And did I need another deck? No. Did I get another deck? Yes. So thank goodness this thing slides out, because I freaking hate this box design. I freaking hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. But what are you going to do? So it comes with a little book of fairies. This again would have been in my top picks for 2023. I haven't seen really anyone show this. I literally stumbled across this in a, oh my gosh, what do you guys call it over there? A Borders? Barnes and Noble, that's it. And I adore the art style. Look at this leprechaun. It is so pretty. I haven't spent a lot of time with it. These are beautiful elements. I just fell in love and wanted to bring it home. I feel like this would work with the Tarot of the Divine so wonderfully. And I know these are different fae and different beings from all over the world, and you can see they all have a different border, but I just love it. Love the art style. Yeah. So this, oh my gosh, look at her. She's so cool. This is by, who's this by? Eugene Fletcher and illustrated by Camilla Tam. And I think that Camilla has done a beautiful, beautiful job. So that's my final pick for January. Because people are going to ask, this is what some of it looks like. So these are the drawers. Please excuse the absolute mess in here. So these are the drawers. So they're really great because you can just bring them out and they're wood. So just to show you what it looks like, and see, these are some of my altars in my workspace. Quickly in closing, I haven't put any of my own decks in there that I've created because, I mean, they're always around and there's no point. I'm hoping that at the beginning of every month I will show you what decks are going out and what new ones I'm bringing in and why. Here's hoping, guys. We all know I really struggle with stuff like being consistent with video ideas, but cheer me on as we go, and let me know what you're picking to work with for your January.